I've been listening to lo-fi for a while. I've been indulging in lo-fi for a while. But the problem is, whenever I think of lo-fi, my mind immediately goes to piano. If you've seen my videos and if you've heard my music, you'll always notice that the piano is always present. The piano is always the base foundation of the song. Now, I know that there are tons of lo-fi out there that don't depend on the piano like I do. For the next couple of videos, I decided to chuck the whole idea of a piano and use another element as the driving force behind the song, as the base foundation of the song. So in this video, I'm gonna try and make a guitar-driven, ambient, sleepy lo-fi beat without using any elements of the piano. Now, earlier when I said without using any elements of the piano, I mean no chord progressions and no leads. Piano leads and piano chord progressions are key aspects when it comes to lo-fi for me. Every single one of my songs has a piano chord progression, which is coupled with the piano lead. I feel like my lo-fi has started to sound stale and monotonous because I keep reusing the same elements over and over again. Like I said, this is going to be a guitar-driven ambient sleepy lo-fi. Now, before I started recording, I came up with this electric guitar chord progression, and this is what it sounds like. Now, this is the electric guitar sound that I usually use when I want some kind of electric guitar in my songs. I don't have a live electric guitar with me, so I have to depend on the plugins and make the best of what they can offer. This is the Peel Guitar 2 from Labs. It's a free plugin, free sound. It sounds great. The Peel Guitar is probably the best free electric guitar out there. It has 3 sounds: Peel Guitar 1, 2, and Ensemble. There is a very minor difference between 1 and 2. I think 2 is a little bit more ambient. It could be the other way around, I'm not sure. Yeah, like I said, 1 has a bit more of a bite than the second one. Oh yeah. Yeah, so 2 is the best for sleepy lo-fi. But this sound on its own, it's a little too thin for me, especially when you're using it as a chord progression. So I like using this stock plugin called Hardcore, and there's a preset called Jazz Guitar. It boosts the guitar a little bit and it makes it sound like this. It might be a little too much, a little too muffly, so I'd like to reduce it a bit. I think that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Now, if it's too quiet, just load in a fruity multiband compressor and just choose this warmer preset. I'm just gonna chuck the aspect of sleepy from it. I'm gonna make an ambient lo-fi beat because I don't want to go below 60, and below 60 is when you cross over to the realm of sleepy lo-fi. 60 is like perfect for ambient, normal lo-fi. I've been using this echo preset from the Crystallizer plugin a lot, and they have some really good effects. I really like that. Oh god. I love delays, but then this is the reason why I hate working with delays. It just takes a long time for the delays to actually fade. I'm gonna lower the mix knob to right about there. Maybe add a wider. So now this electric guitar is worthy of being a bass foundation element, aka the driving force behind the song. It doesn't sound thin anymore. I've made it full, I've widened it, I've fattened it up. A quick bass, just copying those bass notes of the guitar. Let's get some pads in there. I'll give you a couple of examples of Labs libraries with good ambient sounds. Harmonic Flight is actually a pretty good example. The sounds have a little bit of a bite to them, but then if you add enough of reverb, they can be tamed. This pack over here, Textural Pads, this is one of my favorite Labs libraries. These are some good pads. Each pad in this library was created with textures, so they make the song come to life. So I'm gonna use this Foen, I think, from Textural Pads. That's an intense sound though. You don't want your guitar to be drowned out like that, so I'm just gonna reduce it heavily. And an EQ as well. So I'm just going to pull down those two notes. I might invert them, but for now I'll just use this. I want to try something that you don't normally hear in electric guitar driven songs. I want to pair an acoustic guitar with the electric guitar. I'm gonna have this sound just repeating throughout. It's gonna beef up the guitar progression even more. It's such a good sound. I'm not exaggerating when I say that this song that I'm gonna be making right now just might change my life. I'm trying not to mean that in a dramatic way. I just mean like it could change my whole perception of how I make lo-fi music.
A few moments later.
Control Q, just make it perfectly in grid. The problem with making ambient tracks and using ambient sounds is that it's very easy for your mix to become extremely muddy. All the elements will start clashing with each other and they're all going to start competing for space in the mix. So for lead sounds, I suggest you use a plugin like an OTT, which basically gives your sound this particular sound. Makes it really clicky and just boosts the highs. But then I suggest you don't use it at 100%, just use it at like 20 to 30. Now this is gonna make it pop. Now I'm just gonna add a pancake 2. Now I wanna add a lead to it, but before we add a lead, I'm just gonna lay down some drums. For now, let's just forget about this whole section, because I'm not going to be making a full song now. I'm just going to be making a really good idea. The power was gone for the past 30 minutes. I was in an absolute flow state. I haven't been this locked in while making a song, especially during a video, and I was actually excited. Half an hour power cut tends to destroy the flow, so I'm just gonna leave it at that. But I think I have a solid foundation for a new song. Let me just play you guys what I made. Let me know in the comment section what you guys think of this. I think it's worthy of releasing, to be honest, and I think I just might work on it. Like and subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you next week.